Yo, what is good, everybody?
Welcome to another Our Thoughts Live,
Yes, sir.
number 8, if you're keeping track. I think I said in the first episode, like stream number 23 is an ice cream party or something. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost there.
Yeah,
But
we'll get a pizza party. So that's what
yeah,
Chesco's saying.
there you go. Yeah. Some middle school vibes
Yeah,
here at the Our Thoughts podcast. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Matt? How's your week been?
it's been good. It's been a little hectic, a
Mm-hmm.
little just trying to get right with myself. You know what I mean?
Ooh, trying to find your inner peace.
Yeah. Last night was a super moon, pink super moon.
Oh.
Also a full moon. So did a little bit of manifesting
Mm.
for some success in my future, but
Oh
that's the
yeah.
vibe I'm on.
Oh man, I'm so excited for you, man. Obviously I'm not gonna talk about it on here, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, man, you got some dope stuff coming out. What I will plug though, because I know that Matt won't do it, is his Garland Land uh teaser coming out.
Oh
So go
yeah.
check that out. That's a project he's been working on for a while now. You can peep him in some of the behind the scenes footage and like photos that they have on the Instagram page. So go check that
Yeah.
out somewhere. I'm excited for that. You said that was coming out. Well, actually, I don't even know if we can talk about that.
We can talk about it. No,
But
we can talk about
oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, no, if in case you guys haven't don't know or aren't following me on anywhere, you should, but we are me and a group of friends at my film school, we're all working on creating our very own original web series called Garland. So go ahead and peep Garland Land Official on Instagram and Twitter if you want to see what we
Yeah.
have coming soon. We're looking at a summer release. We're trying to meet that deadline. We're still
Hmm.
filming. Haven't wrapped on this season yet, but we're still gonna have a bunch of like other content coming out that's gonna be super funny and super fun. Yeah. So go ahead, follow Garland on all the social media platforms, and I'll keep you guys updated as things come out. But that's like the first official notice to you guys that I'm working on
Yeah.
that.
First announcement.
Yeah.
Also, hi, Alana. Hey, welcome to your first stream. Everyone say hi, Alana.
Oh yeah. We got quite a few people in the stream. We got Jamie Edwards back in the chat.
Yes. Jamie
It's
Edwards.
been a
Shout out
minute.
Curry and
Right,
Grace.
right.
Dark Trey. I don't really remember seeing you around, so what's up?
I
Hope
think he was here for a few.
he was here
But
for a few. My
yeah,
bad,
I
but
remember.
yeah,
I
good to see
remember.
you again. Who else we got here? Obviously, we got Kitchen Boy in here. Uh, our guy.
Our guy.
Have, yeah. Have you seen that Mortal Kombat movie on Oh wait, also it's Alejandro Alvarez's first time. What's up? Hey
Oh, cool. All
Alejandro.
right, we got some first timers back. Maybe you guys
Yeah.
saw us for our last stream, and that's how you guys are finding us. But I'm glad we're having more
Yeah.
people in the chat. The more people, the better, because
Mm-hmm.
this whole stream is us literally just us talking, but also us talking to you guys. So the more
Yeah,
people in, the better.
for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I have not seen Mortal Kombat though. To answer your question,
Yeah, me neither. I've heard some
I've heard some
some bad things about
questionable
it.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have to see
Uh
King Kong though.
King Kong, yeah, me too. I have to see that one. I mean, I know what I'm walking into for that movie, but
Yeah,
I'm not like expecting Oscar-worthy screenwriting. So that should be. Oh, speaking of Oscars, we'll talk about that later. I don't know how big into film you guys are, but we'll just discuss the Oscars, just the show itself. We're not really gonna get into
yeah,
crazy into it. There's some big, kind of crazy stuff that happened over at the Oscars, so we'll talk about that as well. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the week I've had, dude. I've had a so I promise we'll get into some stuff, some music stuff, like the weekend stuff. But I had a puppy born very recently with what my dog Thea.
Oh,
And it was really funny because we've been thinking that we have thought that she was pregnant like months ago.
oh, wow.
But then we were like, oh, it's a false alarm. And then all of a sudden on Saturday, I just wake up to my dad screaming like, "Yo,
Yo,
yo, we got puppies now. We got puppies now."
what?
So I go
Wow.
downstairs and sure enough, I see like a little like black little or dark brown like little being just sitting right there in the bed with Thea, and I'm just like, wow.
What? Wait,
So
so
that
how do you have another dog or
yeah, I have another dog, Chewy.
okay.
Hold on, let me see if I could pull up some pictures. But yeah, so I have two dogs, and they've been humping away
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
for a while now, and it's finally worked. We got a little buddy, a little boy.
Let's see.
Uh,
I think I saw on your story, but I was confused because
yeah.
you it was on your Instagram story and you're like, "We got a new puppy," and I thought that was referring to the white dog,
Oh,
and I didn't even notice like cuz literally the puppy is so tiny. I think now
yeah.
that I'm remembering back there was something else in that picture. But yeah, show a
Here, so
picture if you have it.
I'm gonna flash my dogs up here. So that's Thea and Chewy, as you can see.
Yo,
And let me grab
someone's
pic-
asking what breed.
what breed. I don't know what Chewy is, the brown dog, but I know Thea is a Maltipoo.
Okay.
Uh, here, and this is Thea and
Yes, this is the
little
photo.
pup. As you can see, that little black spot right there is him, and it's so adorable watching Thea take care of him.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
it,
It's so small.
I
It's like
know,
literally
dude.
just born.
I literally am afraid that I'm like one day just gonna step on it accidentally. Like I'm so afraid of that.
We're gonna need some dog content now.
Yeah. I was just telling my cousin like, yo, the cloud I'm about to get off the likes I'm about to get on the gram off
Bruh.
these pups. Whew,
You're
crazy.
gonna make their own. Do they have their own Instagrams now? Like,
Thea and Chewy do actually
okay.
ran by my mom and sister, so I think we might have to put a little baby in there.
Yeah.
Um, Manuel Vega, hey man, thank you again. Our weekly dose of serotonin.
Yes.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you.
Um, but yeah, so that's the week I've had. Well, I mean, I just told you one thing about it, but just trust it's been chaotic with school and all that. And
Yeah.
but getting to put out that game night video, that game night stream, and also the weekend
Yeah.
the negative review thing was so dope. I had a lot. I'm glad to see that you guys are loving that video as well. We
Yeah.
got
Got a great response on that video, which is cool. It was
yeah.
super fun to do. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely check that video out if you haven't seen it. It's our latest video. So
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and thanks to you guys for participating. I know that you guys were a big part of the stream or the video, as you can see, like literally flashed you guys up, your comments up whenever we talked about them. So appreciate you guys. Any of the new viewers or people in the chat, we usually like have the stream involved somehow, and we'll try to get it involved in the edited version of the video. So I mean, that's another incentive to just like come hang out with us every week. Is that hey,
mm-hmm.
you might be in a YouTube video. Pretty cool. Um, so yes, let's talk about what's up, bro. I'm sorry. One
Luz
thing that
Luz Alves da
Luz
Silva.
Silva. Yes.
But I just butchered your name. But
Yes.
yeah.
But confidently though. So again, that's how we do it here.
Yeah.
We butcher your names confidently. So let's start the show off with some news.
Yes, sir.
Let's start off with YBN Cordae came out with a new EP. In case you don't know, he is a pretty much like a young up and coming rapper, like literally as young as it gets.
Yeah.
It feels like.
I think he's like our age. Like I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, and he put out an EP. I forget what it's called. Give me a second. It is also, by the way, he originally had gone by YBN Cordae. Now he just goes by Cordae.
Oh, really?
So yeah, pretty cool. So it's called Just Until. It's just a quick little 4-track EP. Did you get a chance to listen to this?
I listened to a few.
Mm-hmm.
As it says on the album art, it says like this is definitely him just putting something out before the album. So I guess if we're kind of this is like a transition EP or something like that before like the final project, then I'm here for it. I mean, he won a Grammy for his first like debut album, so
Yes, The Lost
kind of
Boy.
has to go up from there.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty. Yeah. I thought the tracks were pretty good. I think it's definitely worth checking out if you're into rap. Uh, the chorus on More Life. I know I texted you about it on the
Yes.
very first song. The chorus just feels weird. I would definitely recommend at least listening to that. Um, I don't know, it's something with the mix. But they did Q-Tip wrong. I know I've seen him before on like Anderson Paak albums
Yeah.
do pretty good, but I don't even know what happened with
Yeah,
that one. But
that kind of threw me
just
off, especially being the first track like of the EP.
yeah, like if you guys have ever heard of Ice JJ Fish,
Yeah.
YouTube sensation, that's kind of what it sounds like. But overall, I'd say the rapping on the album is like superb. You know, it really reminded me of why I love Cordae, so I would
Mhm.
definitely recommend checking it out for that. Do you think this was worth putting out? Just a quick little 4-track EP.
Yeah, I'd say so. I feel like it's been a little bit of a it's been a minute since I've like actually listened to Cordae. I guess now that
Yeah.
it's not YBN Cordae. So but no,
Hmm.
I mean I listened to his um the Lost Boy project for like a good week after it came out.
Hmm.
Especially the track with Anderson Paak, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was really cool. I think we nominated that for something on one of the Our Thoughts Awards years. It might have been for some. I just remember playing. We had like a snippet of that song for some sort of category. Maybe it was
I
like
think it was R&P. I think we had
yeah,
that for best collab or best feature.
yeah, best feature or
Uh,
something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Which it was. It was really good.
Amazing.
So I would say it's worth. Definitely very like on the nose about this being before the album, with it literally saying that on the
Just
cover art.
until,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it says like album coming soon or something in
Hmm.
parentheses. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I think he has something up his sleeve. I feel like he's got to like him and his sister are like power siblings right now. I mean, if you don't know who his sister is, she's like a professional tennis player who beat who like won the whole who won tennis. I don't know what the like
That's
what
actually I think you're referring to his girlfriend,
is that his girlfriend or
Naomi,
his sister?
his girlfriend,
Oh,
Naomi
okay.
Osaka.
My bad.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I thought it was
I'm
his
just
sister for some reason.
yeah, no, that's why I think he says something like, "Oh, that's why I'm dating a tennis star. Y'all are marrying hoes." I think was one of
Right.
the memorable
Yeah.
ones. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at the because I knew that he was his girlfriend, so I'm just picturing it as a sister, and it just looks
I mean
kind of weird.
they kind of look similar, you know what I mean? Like their
Yeah,
face
I get
shape
the
is
vibe.
similar.
Yeah. That's it. That's what it is. But what were we talking about? Yeah, I think this album was worth releasing. I think it reminded me why I love him as well. So I think it was definitely worth checking. It's definitely worth checking out. The Young Thug feature is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Um, but let's get to the real reason why you guys here, if we're being honest. Let's talk about the new Save Your Tears Ariana Grande remix. So this came out
Yo.
last week, and we had a little video to go along with it. It was like a cool like animated video.
Mhm.
Um, I don't even really know where to start other than just what'd you think about it?
Yeah, I was excited. Any new
Yeah.
weekend tracks I'm excited about.
Hmm.
I
Any new
think
Weekend Ariana Grande collabs I'm
yeah.
excited about
I think they've
because
had a few, I think.
yeah.
Before. I can't place the names of the tracks. I don't know if
um
it was on her album.
so there's Love Me Harder obviously
Yeah.
on her album. There was also Off the Table on Positions,
Right.
and now we have Save Your Tears remix.
Mhm. Yeah. I was very skeptical though going in
Mm.
because I did not enjoy the Doja Cat
In Your Eyes remix.
In Your Eyes remix because it felt
Yeah.
really weird. Her voice is kind of filtered in a weird way that was like very high pitched.
Yeah.
Um, and I just have beef with Doja Cat a little bit because I don't. Yeah, personally, her and I have beef. No,
Yeah, damn.
no, I just feel like she doesn't have a distinct sound because she changes her and filters her voice for every single song. So
Mm.
we're except for when she's rapping, it's always the same. But whenever
Hmm.
she's singing, I'm like, okay, this is a different Doja Cat now than the last
Hmm.
track if I'm going in order on her album or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
and so anyway, that's Doja Cat. But Ariana Grande has a very distinct sound. So I was like, okay, I can expect a little more consistency here. And like,
Hmm.
I feel like they, uh, from their other tracks like Love Me Harder and stuff like that. They're pretty
Hmm.
good. Definitely radio hits. So that's what I was thinking going into it. What I was thinking coming out of it,
Oh no.
it's not bad. First of
Okay.
all, the song is so short. They cut off
Yeah.
like 30 seconds of the whole track or something. For some reason, I feel like there's a whole verse or bridge or something's missing. Um,
Yeah. She literally
I
contributes. Her verse
yeah
contributes 4 lines to the song in total.
yeah.
4 lines.
And then like I think it was really I like the way it sounded in the beginning when they used her vocals in the background and kind of like
Yeah.
they were like harmonizing and it was kind of building within the beat. I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. It sounds like
Hmm.
very well integrated. But then I'm like, okay, this is Ariana Grande. Okay, this is her part, and then it was over, and I was like, oh,
Oh, that's it.
that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hoodie Boy says the remix is not better than the original, but it was close to being better. Some of
Mhm.
Ariana's voice seemed off. Yeah, I think if this was uh, if they built out the track a little more, it would have been really good. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, it was just way too short, and I feel like what's the point of throwing on a huge feature like Ariana Grande
Mm.
when she's not even on there for that long, and the whole track is barely 3 minutes or barely over 3 minutes, if that.
Yeah. Yeah. For
But
real.
what did you think?
I thought it was I've asked everyone I've asked, which is pretty much just my family and you now,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess you guys in the chat as well now. Um, everyone that I've heard, they give me the same answer, which is it's good, it's good, which is I'm sure it kind of exactly how I feel. I'm like it's good, I feel I think it's just good enough to
Mm-hmm.
where I feel satisfied with what I got. Like literally like the bare minimum of what
Yeah.
of a remix song. I think I got enough to feel satisfied about it, a new
Yeah.
verse. They got to play off of each other within the chorus and throughout the whole song pretty much, which, you know, sounded great. They always sound great together, so that's no surprise.
Right.
Um I think this is kind of just like the perfect example of like a song that just delivers exactly what you think it's going to deliver and nothing
Right.
more. Like
Right.
literally like nothing more than what we expected it to. And because of that, I feel like there's a little bit of a disappointment to it, but I think it's pretty good. I'm definitely I don't know if I'm going to listen to it over the original,
No.
which is also a question, I guess. Okay, yes, no
Yeah.
for you as well.
No. Mainly because the original is longer, and I like the pacing of the original song. It's
Yeah,
a lot more fun. Um,
that save your
yeah, yeah,
tears for
exactly. Like we
another
didn't really
day.
have much of that, and I feel like
Yeah.
honestly, a lot of these remixes and a lot of the features that are thrown on to these original tracks and stuff like that.
Rosalie on Blinding Lights.
Right. I feel like
Oh
they just
God.
weigh the tracks down, no matter who it is. And I feel
Hmm.
like there's a reason why there were no features on the album originally. Like
Yeah.
all you need is Abel, and he kills it either way, and I'm vibing just off that. And then you throw someone else in the mix, and it's like, what are they really contributing?
Yeah.
Um,
Because the album is it's so The Weeknd. Like
right.
it's so centralized on The Weeknd that adding someone else who wasn't originally meant to be on there
Yeah.
kind of it just by default makes it feel as tacked on. Um
Yeah.
they really
Yeah.
tried though. They really tried though.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow, we got a lot of
they
yeah,
gave
go ahead.
like what each fan base wanted. I guess I feel like
Yeah. Yeah.
if the Ariana Grande fan base would probably be like, like we barely got anything from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a
We
lot
got
of feedback in the chat here.
yeah. Let's see. Curry, dang, is The Weeknd 0 for 3 when somebody collabs with him. I think he's 1 for 3. I think this was a hit. I don't think it was a crazy hit, but I think it was
As
good
compared to
enough
the
to
other
be
ones, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, with the Rosalia one and the Doja Cat one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was a comment back here. Hold on, I'm trying to go back in the stream. I
I
think it was
know.
Jamie Edwards said, I think the Weeknd's trying to get another #1 hit on Billboard next week. I definitely think this was purely for the streams type of song.
A power play.
Yeah, definitely a power play. Which I mean, you
Mm.
can't really blame. Ariana Grande and The Weeknd are the two biggest stars in music right now. Both have
Hmm.
an insane amount of listeners and an insane amount of following. Like, makes sense for them to collaborate on something, and you, in I guess in theory, double whatever
Mm.
results you would have gotten, whether if it wasn't a remix or whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean the song is good, like
Hmm.
I'm not this isn't a bad song. It's just I would say this was very mid.
Mid. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about right. I think mid is a good. Uh, like how I describe it. It's just like it just kind of washes over you,
Yeah.
like and you it's not memorable, like for example, the I mean, the first time listening to After Hours, you're just like, wow,
Right.
and it's just super memorable. You remember the moment, you remember where you were listening to that. Whereas this one, the whole time I just felt, I was just listening to a song, and it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
really, it wasn't really, grasping me or anything the way the original did. Even just the original Save Your Tears, the way it serves as like a crescendo for the album. It continues that momentum until we get to the
Mhm.
titular track, After Hours. Like I love
Right.
that. But with this one, it didn't really, it like you said, it messed with the original,
Yeah.
to the point where it feels like it just less of a version than the original. You
Yeah.
get what we were trying to say, right?
Yeah.
um SM says he sets the bar so high for himself. He does. It sounds like we're slandering him right now, but I'm literally trying to sprinkle in as many, like, it's good. Like it's good.
I mean, yeah, it's
Um
okay to critique. It means we
yeah.
care, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's why we're critiquing is because we know how good he is. And then
Hmm.
when you throw someone else in the mix, it's like, okay, you kind of have to
Yeah.
analyze.
Uh-huh. Ali Karuk uh asks, I know this is random, but how do you have that blur effect behind you?
Oh,
I think it's yeah.
talking about me? Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, Chesco and I are chatting through Zoom, so
Uh-huh.
this is a Zoom effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
He's
you
trying
go.
to hide the dead bodies
Yeah.
behind him. Yeah. Our
Let's
Thoughts podcast is
see.
actually our side business. We're
Right. This is a front.
yeah.
It's hard to find. Hoodie Boy says it's hard to find someone else to sync with the Weeknd's voice. That's why most of his remixes aren't amazing. They're just okay or good.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I would say so. I think some of the his older work have some
Hmm.
great remixes though. Some
Yeah.
that aren't as popular, but I'm thinking like a lot of the tracks, almost every track, not every track, but a lot of the tracks off Kissland ended up getting a remix at one point, and those are really good actually. I actually
Hmm.
might prefer some of the remixes to like Wanderlust over the
Yes.
original, depending on my mood. Obviously, some of the remixes are
Yeah.
more like EDM, like
The
house.
Pharrell one. The
Yeah,
Pharrell one is
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. That
Yeah.
one's really good.
Hmm.
But then you also have like the DJ Snake remix or whatever it's called. I don't know if it's DJ Snake, but it's like a DJ remix of it that's actually really really good. So it
Yeah.
really depends on the project, and I feel like After Hours is not the project that needs remixes. Like
Mm.
I feel like it's so meticulous.
Mm.
Every song. I mean, you guys know we literally spent an hour analyzing that whole album in
Yeah.
our deep dive video. Um, and so, but then again, Starboy had some great features on it because the themes are a little more universal. It's a little bit
Hmm.
easier for someone like Future to slip in and do a verse, or Lana Del Rey to do an interlude or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think it really depends on the project, and like After Hours, I feel like is such a niche like zone or just area to operate as an artist that it would be hard
Hmm.
to like find where you fit within the Weekend within his own song. Like that's such a hard hard thing
Like,
to like live up to.
imagine trying to find a feature for like someone on Snow Child. It's just like it's a
Yeah.
song so specific to the weekend that adding someone else's perspective. Because I remember one of the things we talked about in our like in anticipation for the After Hours album, we were talking about features and we were saying, oh, it'd be cool if we have like a character show up,
Mhm.
right? And in the form of a Drake or a Lana Del Rey,
Right.
and like, add something to the story and then
Right.
go on their way. But that was almost like unnecessary as well. Like I would kind of feel slighted if he did that because this album is so concise
Mhm.
and yet it gets so much across, and a lot of things happen, and we might talk about it. I might refer to some of those things in a little bit when we get to our kind of like big topic.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. Like Heartless is a song I could see people doing a remix
I think
of,
there's a
just because
few.
it's very trap. It's not
Yeah.
um
I think there's a remix of it. Oh, already? Someone said, yeah, okay, Kerr
oh,
said
Lil
there's a
Uzi.
there's a Lil Uzi's on the Heartless remix. Yeah. So like I think that's what they were going for. Like Heartless is definitely easier to remix on. Um
Yeah. What's up, a miracle?
what's good? Yeah, but you guys talking about a lot of different people here. I mean, who do you guys think would be the best feature for the weekend? Like someone who could really match his energy. I would
Mm-hmm.
say they'd have to match his energy and sound, especially within this after hours era.
Yeah.
But also add something of their own that fits, you know, the aesthetic.
I th-
Um,
for me personally, I think the only answer, it's not the only answer, but the best answer, in my personal opinion. Actually, let me take that back because there's a
oh,
lot of
okay.
people. I'm sure a lot of people could come up with the good ones, but I feel like Travis Scott is the weekend's best collaboration
Yo.
artist thingy, because he has his own aesthetic. This dark, grimy trap vibe, a more atmospheric vibe. But the weekend
Mm-hmm.
has also thrived in that spot with like skeletons and what's the other? I mean, Wake Up.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, and going back to the grimy stuff, you have Pray for Love, Wonderful.
Right.
I feel like their tracks are like the perfect collaboration, and that like the weekend gets to have usually his own parts where, like, I think of the bridge on Wake Up where it's like, you decide if I live or die.
Right. Right. Right.
Like he gets to have his own parts to shine, but then Travis Scott also
Mm-hmm.
brings in his own what he has in this tool bag, and makes some
Yeah.
really good songs. Here we got a lot of suggestions here, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
Let's
go
see.
top to bottom here.
Okay.
Lady Gaga and The Weeknd, that would be great. They would make pop records like crazy. To me, that's
Lady
like
Gaga would have been good on Save Your Tears, honestly.
oh,
Like, you know what
that's
I
her
mean?
vibe. Yeah, that's
That's kind of her vibe. Like,
yeah,
I could see that.
yeah. Let's see, Bruno Mars, or sorry, Drake first by Yeah Baller. That
Drake,
obviously needs to happen. Yeah, but
XO OVO.
yeah. Giveon and The Weeknd. That's like polar opposites in terms of their voices.
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting, but
Yeah, Baller says Giveon is low key trash. Wow.
dang, that is
Hot
a hot
take.
hot take. Oof.
I enjoy Giveon. I think he has a
Um,
has a nice voice.
yeah,
Lana Del Rey, yeah. I don't
Lana
know.
Del Rey.
It depends on the track. Like
Yeah.
I know The Weeknd specifically was like Lana Del Rey is like the female version of me. I don't really
Hmm.
know. I feel like well, that's his opinion. I mean, that's his personal if he says it then yeah, but like I don't
Hmm.
really know if she's the best in terms of their like aesthetic or the type of artist they are.
Yeah. Uh,
Um
I mean, I like Prisoners. Prisoners is one of my favorite
yeah,
songs
that's
off Beauty
great.
Behind the Madness, but
Yeah.
Stargirl interlude left me wanting more, and
Yeah.
it was just kind of why, you know.
Right, right. Someone
Brent
said,
Faiyaz
yeah, Brent
is
Faiyaz.
crazy. That would be crazy. Great suggestion. Uh,
I wonder what that would sound like. I feel like I don't even know. I feel like Brent Faiyaz would have to kind of step it up um in
yeah.
terms of cuz his songs are very much like um condensed whereas
Hmm.
the weekend songs are always super big and atmospheric and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd actually say that actually no. I don't know if I'm gonna say that yet. But no, Brent Faiyaz and The Weeknd, I feel like their styles would just,
Yeah.
blend so easily.
Yeah.
Um let's see, Frank Ocean and The Weeknd. Obviously, that's like that would be amazing.
That would be
That would
crazy.
just be the most artful, like saddest
Yeah,
music ever.
I can see that
Um,
happening, honestly.
yeah.
Um, mainly because like Frank Ocean and The Weeknd were both features on like Astroworld, so like they've
Mm,
both been on a project technically before,
yeah. So
and
take that next step.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yo, Tame Impala,
I was
absolutely.
just looking at that for
Yeah,
you.
that
That
is yeah. Vince Logan said that Tame Impala would be a perfect marriage of sounds
yeah.
between. I mean, Kevin Parker is insanely good at just being Kevin Parker, and like I
Hmm.
feel like anyone he's collaborated with, he's like up there. It's just made it even better. Specifically like the remix of like Guilty Conscience with 070 Shake. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's better than the original, but it's pretty damn good, and like
Hmm.
it's it gives off a different vibe. It's like a different song almost, which is cool. So I can definitely see like a Tame Impala remix of any of the tracks, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Sam Smith would be good, but I've kind of fallen off on him a little bit. My opinion has fallen off on him because of his Love Goes album. I
Yeah.
don't know if he has it in him to to go one because if you go with The Weeknd, you gotta want you,
Right.
you can't just show up on the song like you gotta do your part, and I don't know if Sam Smith is in the headspace right now to be
Oh man.
on the same
Someone check on Sam Smith.
yeah for
Someone's wait, I lost it. Wait, there was a really good one. Um shit. Oh, Sway Lee. Yes. I think Sway
they
Lee would be a great feature.
they have good they have some good songs together.
Mhm.
I forget, I think it was like there was one on their Ray Shremmerd album that I
Yeah,
can't,
maybe that's
let me
why I'm
look.
like that makes sense. Maybe because they've done it already.
Yeah. Uh sorry, give me 1 second, guys. It is
Speaking of Ray,
Bedtime Stories.
yeah, speaking of Ray Shremmerd, I don't know if or no, not Ray Shremmerd, Sway Lee. If you guys, I like happened to hop in, you know the like Twitter, the new Twitter thing. It's like Twitter Spaces or something, and it's like a
Mm,
big, it's kind of like Clubhouse but on
yeah.
Twitter. So
It's
I,
basically just like an audio uh
yeah,
chat room,
yeah,
pretty
yeah, it's
much,
just a
for anyone
chat
who
room.
doesn't know. Yeah.
Sway Lee was hosting one like on his Twitter, and then I just randomly, because I follow him on Twitter, I just like hopped in it, see what they were talking about, and he was immediately talking about like music that he is
Mm,
releasing. So if you guys
okay.
are Sway Lee fans, he says he's
Mm.
releasing like 2 to 3 EPs before he releases his next album.
Oh,
Um, so he said he's gonna have like a EP for the summer or something like that. So
that's pretty cool. Damn.
heard it here first.
Yeah. Breaking news from the OurThoughts
Yeah.
podcast. And and speaking of breaking news, here I'm gonna say one chat message, and it kind of transitions into the next news topic. This might be far fetched, but Post Malone and Abel, um, would be interesting. Would be a very like one of the greatest pop hits of the year,
I can
for
definitely see
sure.
that. Yeah.
And actually, I have some news on Post Malone.
Oh,
Apparently, his manager says that he will be coming with 2 albums this year, 2021. They one of them is done, the other one's in production, I think.
wow.
And yeah, two
Oh my
posty
god.
albums. That
That's
should be fun.
all I'm gonna hear for the next 2 years is
Yeah.
those 2 albums. He's trying to secure 2 Grammys, I guess. They always give him Grammys.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. I know. Yes, 2 albums, Grace. It's crazy. I know.
2 albums,
Uh,
yeah. I
you
hope they're different than what was his last album? Hollywood
Hollywood is
Bleeding.
bleeding. Yeah.
Hollywood is Bleeding.
Yeah,
Um,
what'd you think about that one?
I thought it was cool. I thought there were some good cuts on it. Some
Mm-hmm.
very interesting features, like
Mm.
just coupling of very different artists on certain songs.
Yeah, Travis Scott and Ozzy Osbourne is the one I can
Yeah,
think of just off the top.
that was interesting, especially that performance. The live performance of that. I forget what award show it was, but that was kind of crazy. But yeah, no, I think it was an okay
Jacob
album. It was a
Sartorius.
cool album, I'd say. conceptually.
Yeah.
I think I really like Post Malone's old stuff. So,
Hmm.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
We have some more. Who said Jacob
Yeah,
Sartorius?
baller.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the Weeby Flossing kid would be absolute fire next to the weekend.
the Walmart
Um,
kid,
yes. What's his name?
Walmart
I
yodeler.
stand him so
Oh,
hard. Hold on.
Ramsey.
Mason
Mason
Ramsey.
Ramsey. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Him and the weekend. Amazing.
Stream the Mason Ramsey Christmas album.
Yes. That is facts.
Yes.
Please stream. Joji and the weekend would be dope.
Oh, I can see that.
Uh,
That'd
that would
be huge for Joji.
that'd be the saddest song of all time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
100%. Hollywood is Bleeding sounds like a The Weeknd album. That's I can see that. I can see that with the same album cover as After
True,
Hours.
true.
That'd
So
be
maybe
dope.
a Post and Weekend collab is not too far away. I feel like they're kind of on the same. They're both disillusioned by Hollywood, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be another one. He's been in
Another
the Spanish bag.
Maluma.
Yeah. Yeah, could be interesting.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of so yeah, thanks guys. This was another like we love doing these like weekly weekend updates, which is pretty cool. And also one more thing before I remember I wanted to talk about this. He came out with a series of tweets the weekend did today
Did he?
that lets us know
Uh-oh.
that we could be getting something new
Hold
very
on.
soon.
I'm
I
gonna have
do
to
want to
bring up
bring up
Twitter.
yeah. I do want to bring up my theory that I talked about a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Let me get
Where's
my
the conspiracy hat?
yeah. I forgot last time. Let me go grab it.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Weekend update with the weekend. Right. Kitchen boy knows.
What happened?
No, I'm just responding.
Oh, the hat is back.
There
Yes,
we
sir.
go. There we go.
All right, man. I look like a tourist. Okay, so
You really do look like a dad, though.
yeah. Between this and the
Yeah.
So in case you guys didn't watch our previous stream, because I know we have a bunch of cool people that are here for their very first stream. Welcome
newbies.
again. Yeah. So my theory was that based off of an Instagram live that happened, you can look it up on YouTube. Right when the album dropped, he had a bunch of snippets that he played that range from "We've Already Gotten It," like Nothing Compares, and "Missed You," and also there are snippets that we have not seen or we haven't heard since then, like "Hold Your Heart" and "Take Me Back to LA." So my theory was, hence the conspiracy hat, the official OurThoughts conspiracy hat, is that we could maybe be getting like kind of a concluding epilogue EP that
Okay.
maybe wraps up some of the loose ends that we got. And and then today, the weekend came out with some tweets. Are you gonna bring them up, or
Yeah, I'll
are
bring
you
him
just
up. I'll
gonna?
bring him up.
Okay, for sure. So Matt's gonna go ahead and bring them up real quick. Yeah, Baller says the guy in the green hoodie looks like a sexy Danny Gonzalez.
Bruh.
So do you know who
Wait.
Danny Gonzalez?
Danny
is?
Gonzalez, the YouTuber?
Here, look up
Right,
Danny
right.
Gonzalez real quick.
I
We'll
gotta
look at the
I gotta
tweets in a
look this
second,
up
but
now. Hold on.
yeah.
Danny,
Sorry if you guys are here for the weekend update, but we need to know who
this guy? This guy, right?
Hold on. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
Oh my god.
Are we talking this guy? Yeah, he says yeah.
A sexy Danny Gonzalez.
Hey, you know,
All right.
you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that, Baller. You know,
With a better jawline.
Danny Gonzalez is a funny dude. I'll say that. Him and this who's this guy again? Wait, this isn't Danny Gonzalez. That's like a joke they have. Shit, I forget his name. Danny Gonzalez. What's his?
who?
You guys know who this is? Danny Gonzalez's friend.
Yeah,
Drew Gooden. Drew Gooden. That's right. Yeah.
Drew Gooden. Okay.
I don't know if you remember them from like Vine, but they're funny.
I vaguely remember seeing that name. Damn.
Okay.
That's good times. But yeah. So, thank you for I don't know why I'm thanking him on behalf of you, but
Yeah, thanks.
Alana, yeah, the gifs he's been tweeting are hilarious.
All right,
He
so
must be just like
I
God.
yeah, I have his Twitter up here.
Okay.
Okay, so this was his announcement of the song. Look, okay, so this this gif of complaining about having no sleep, I guess, which makes me
Mm-hmm.
think of makes me think what is he
Oh,
doing? What is he doing that's keeping him up all night, you know?
shoot. Did he actually delete some of these tweets? Because I
Oh,
felt
really?
like there was more. Damn. Sorry, guys. I
He
think
deleted them?
I think he did. Uh,
Here, wait. Okay,
it's
I'm
the
going through.
nighttime
I
that
see
matters.
it's the nighttime that matters, blah blah blah. Yeah, he's like up. What is
Oh, there's
real?
okay. I remember the tweet now, so I can just wait. Is there one about like making magic in the
Yeah, yeah,
quarantine or
yeah.
whatever?
Made so much
Okay.
magic in the small quarantined room.
Nothing is ever random. So
This is
those
true.
those two tweets are kind of interesting because
Whoa.
you know made so much magic. What kind of magic? Unless unless he got butt ass in the studio again and
Yeah.
fucked with Bella again. but uh but that leads me to believe that the magic is we're referring to some music coming
I hope.
in this small quarantined room studio. We're doing like a little lyrical breakdown off some
Yeah.
tweets. I love it. Nothing is ever random. These tweets aren't random, so maybe we might be
Now
getting,
just piecing it all together, it's so beautiful. Come on now. You want
after
you want to drop the album. You want to drop the album so bad.
some after hours, could be
I can
interesting.
see it, man. I can see it. I what I'm hoping is this is like worst case.
Mm.
Um what I'm hoping is that what he's talking about isn't like an EP that's just all the remixes.
Oh wow,
You know how some artists do that where
that'd be very
like
disappointing.
they will upload they'll post like I think he did this for like Kissland or something. He's like Kissland remixes and it's like its own thing and it's just all the remixes. This is what I hope. This is my pessimistic side, but this is what I hope doesn't
He,
happen.
he kind of already did that for After Hours, didn't he? With the OPN remix, he put out the live SNL "Scared to Live."
Yeah. Wait,
So
was that part of the highlights or was that something else?
that was something else. Remember, he released like an alternate version of the After Hours with
Okay.
like a red. It's like a red
Oh,
version
that
of
was just the
the album
bonus
cover.
or
Uh,
the deluxe. That
Deluxe.
was just the
Yeah.
deluxe.
Yeah.
So
So,
I
because
don't
I know,
know.
yeah, that's where the Lil Uzi Vert remix came from. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of. I would be kind of sad if it was just like After Hours, but more. I want like, or well, I mean, I guess that is kind of what I want, but I don't want the same songs from After Hours, just like a different version of it. Um,
Yeah. Again, I have no idea. So like I'm probably completely wrong, but this is like what
mhm.
I wouldn't want.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. I'm just gonna lay that on you. Some theories from us.
Okay.
We feel like the there could be a EP or like something dropping that kind of adds to After Hours somehow. You know, Take Me Back to LA. Obviously, a reference to Escape from LA.
Right.
Could be interesting. After Hours Light EP. Um, I suggest the album After Hours. I think that title would just be
After hours.
so funny for me personally. I would just spend 5 minutes laughing at that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
We'll
interesting.
see. Like I feel like I feel like it's close. Whatever he's talking about, it's definitely close.
Yeah,
Especially
he
with that
says,
now just piecing it all together.
yeah,
So that has me leading to think that this is actually original songs
mm-hmm.
or some masters that weren't included within the original After Hours track list and not on the deluxe. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, we get
Yeah,
some of the. There's been a lot of leaks that have been circling around YouTube
yeah,
and Reddit and stuff like that for unreleased tracks. So hopefully, we'll get to see some of those because those are pretty good. And I would be mad if we didn't get those in full quality. But
Yeah.
I don't know, something to think about.
How about After Hours, but Nav?
Yo,
That'd
nav
be crazy.
hours
Nav Hours. uh,
before nav, before nav, after nav. I don't know.
it's a whole album trilogy. Before
Yeah,
Nav, and then Nav, and then After
after
Nav.
nav. Yeah, that'd be fire, bro.
Oh, fuck, that'd be hilarious. Aftercare. Oh, the Demon Hours album, maybe.
De-
That'd be
Demon
funny.
hours.
Yeah, yeah. Baller says the album or the EP could just be him hooking up with Bella for like four, just a record.
Bruh.
Yo, I'm done.
After
I think.
pipe, what, bruh?
Oh my god, y'all.
Before the pipe.
Before the pipe. Oh
Bruh.
my god, bro. Y'all are. This quarantine's
We'll
been
see. We'll see.
been rough on us, huh? Um, so moving on. Thanks. I know, like, the weekend stuff is always fun to talk about. So there you go. We're going to actually, unless let me check the chat one last time. Pre-hours, yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and transition is the word I was looking for. I don't know why I was thinking of translate.
Hmm.
We're gonna translate. We're gonna transition into the Oscars that happened this past weekend. I know if you guys didn't know that and you guys are just finding out, I don't blame you because I literally found out the day of the Oscars. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oscars are today. So just some context for you guys. This was actually the worst kind of Oscars ratings they've ever had. This is the worst ratings they've ever had. It came out at a final count of 10.4 million viewers, on an all-time low. Kind of
Damn.
just continues this downward trend that's been happening recently. But also, it's a pandemic,
Yeah.
so people weren't able to watch some of the big movies and get invested in some of these movies, and tune in to see them hopefully win an award. But there were some really good movies that came out. Did you watch the Oscars?
Um, I saw some of it. Yeah, I watched a lot of the highlights. I kept up with who won and who got snubbed and any like controversy around stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Kitchen Boy said, like 2021 has been a really bad year for award shows. I feel like there really hasn't been one that really, uh, especially the scammies. That was a pretty bad federal offense.
I was gonna say,
But
oh,
I see where
okay.
you're going now. Sorry, my brain took a second to connect the dots. But there is a one award show that did particularly well, and that is the Our Thoughts Awards.
Yeah, that did particularly well while still maintaining their integrity,
Yes,
unlike
of
some
course.
other award shows. But yeah, the Our Thoughts Awards, another shameless plug. I want to see what our streak is for how many consecutive weeks we've plugged Our Thoughts Awards, but we're at least 4 or 3, however amount it is.
It's all right.
But yeah, it's got to get those views somehow. But yeah, I agree. It's been a weird year for award shows for sure.
Yeah.
There were a couple interesting moments, but what I've heard from the show, or like the consensus of what I've heard, because I am like similar to you, I just kind of watched bits of it
Mm-hmm.
and saw some highlights on the timeline on Twitter, but other than that, I didn't watch the whole thing. But the consensus is that the winners were more or less pretty good, other than the one that we'll discuss in a little bit.
Yeah.
And but the overall show itself was just lacking, like big
Dude,
time.
yeah.
Like it just
It was like
um
hella lame. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Oscars supposed to be big. Like it's done
mm,
in Hollywood. I've been in Hollywood the night of the Oscars, and it's like they shut down the whole like city of Hollywood. Like it's just the Oscars, and like people are trying to get in. There's like the red carpet moments, and then they have the huge stage and all that. Like, but
yeah.
I mean, I understand COVID and like there's very limited, and they can probably only have so many people within
Mhm.
wherever they were. I don't even know where the venue was. There's like some dinner.
Yeah. Did you see? Yeah, the setup was really weird. Like when they'd have like a
Yeah.
guest speaker on, it was just like an empty area except for the people who were relevant. Like when Daniel
Yeah.
Kaluuya, who won, thank God, who won for best supporting actor. Shout out to him
Mm-hmm.
if you're watching.
Love Daniel
Um,
Kaluuya.
yeah. He's amazing. And I just saw like a video of his speech, and then I like it's just like an empty arena, like theater, and then just like his parents or his immediate
Yeah,
family,
because I think
whoever he
everyone
was
was like
dedicating the
really.
speech
I
was.
think everyone's just like really spaced out or something, and so it made it look
Okay.
really empty.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't even know. It was weird. It was definitely weird. Definitely felt
Hmm.
like I see some of the comments felt boring. Yeah, it felt really boring. That's why I couldn't sit through the whole thing. I was just like, I'm just gonna. I was just gonna like watch the highlights after. But
Are they still going with the no host thing?
um I couldn't even tell you, man. I don't think there was a host.
I feel like they would have announced it, right? They'd be
Yeah,
like, "Oh, Jimmy Kimmel's hosting again,"
yeah,
uh, because that worked out the first time.
right.
Uh, he so yeah, I guess they're just not going with the hosts ever again. I
Yeah,
mean,
but I mean, in
uh,
terms of like
any
the
yeah,
nominees and stuff like that, and the
hmm,
movies that won and stuff like that.
yeah,
People talk about Nomadland. I need to see that. I've been
yes,
lacking. I
me too.
love Chloe Zhao, the director of that. She's done a bunch of other smaller projects that have gotten a lot of notoriety because I mean she's a great
Hmm.
director. But I
Yeah,
she's had some really interesting films, and after seeing her like acclaim during the Oscar season, especially with Nomadland, everyone's starting to hype up her Marvel debut with the Eternals.
yes,
She's directing.
yes.
Yeah,
That is a
that's
crazy cast.
that's crazy, and it's also I would not think Chloe Zhao would direct a Marvel movie ever, like ever, because
Hmm.
her style is very different. I hope she kind of goes into that with the Eternals, where it's like more like it's very gritty, but not in like a dark way, but it's very realistic.
Mm.
It's very much a peek into like
Hmm.
real life. It's like these people you can't even tell they're actors.
It's
Um,
grounded.
and sometimes
Yeah.
and in Nomadland,
Wow.
they weren't actors, like they were real people. So except for Frances McDormand, which,
Wow.
but I have no idea how she's gonna translate her style into like the Marvel format or something like that. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But
Especially because
yeah,
the Eternals is like celestial shit. Like it's like
right, like
really
very much
conceptually out
not
there.
grounded in reality.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Like I think it's cool. One thing that I like about Marvel, is that I like that they like recently they've been looking more for people who have their own who are very inspired and very
Yeah,
creative in their own right. You know, like Taika Waititi is like one of the most like amazing creative decisions
yeah,
in my opinion to do for Thor Ragnarok. That movie was very unique, which is like
yeah.
really good to say when you're 21 movies into a franchise.
It's about
Um,
time.
yeah, with the Russo brothers as well, like they've
Yeah,
been amazing. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see what Chloe Zhao does um with the Eternals. Congrats to her. She's like I think the second woman of all time to win Best Director or Best Picture. I forget which one. And
best
also she's the
director. Yeah,
first Asian to
yeah.
win all of that. So that's crazy.
Crazy.
That good for her, man. I'm glad to see we're breaking down barriers. Did you see the finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I did. I love this show. It was like a Captain. It was like a Captain America series, if I'm being honest. And I mean that in the best possible way. Like
Like,
it's like an epilogue to all of the Captain America
oh,
movies.
is it
Um,
similar to like the first one? Like in terms of
it's more
style?
similar to like it's very similar to like Winter Soldier and Civil War,
Okay, I like Winter
and
Soldier. So,
it's very political. Like not like in a cringy way, but like in a
mm-hmm.
like the politics of the scenario, like who gets Captain America's like identity now, like who
Right.
does that go to, what does the shield mean, is that government property, who does it belong to, all that stuff. It's pretty cool.
Interesting.
And spoiler, I'm not gonna say it, but
Don't
then
spoil.
they announced a Captain America 4, then they announced a Captain America 4, which is interesting. Like I
Whoa.
like that the TV shows are actually like tying in with the movies now. Like I know they
Damn.
did that with Netflix with like Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, but they like were connected, like
Interesting.
they would reference the Avengers but the Avengers would never reference them.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, so it's I think it's definitely worth watching. These Disney Plus shows have been pretty good. I feel
Mhm.
like, but yeah. So what do you want to talk about? So speaking of the Marvel, we have speaking of the Marvel,
The Marvel.
we have a yeah one an actor who you know absolutely contributed his part to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I hate that I had to bring him up and talk about him and say his name, but yes, Chadwick Boseman uh, had he didn't get involved in anything, but the Oscars kind of I feel like fucked up. Did you
Yes.
hear about this?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
There were some very questionable things with how they dealt with the whole Chadwick Boseman,
yeah,
um like paying homage to him.
yeah. Could you explain it to the viewers if you could? Let me know if you need any help because like I know I'm putting you on the
Yeah.
spot and everything.
I mean you're just referring and whatever. I mean anyway, he was nominated for best actor for his performance in The Five Bloods, right? Is that
I
what he
believe
was
so.
nominated for? Okay. Um and they're like there's a lot of controversy around that because everybody was like, okay, well, Chadwick Boseman has to get the win. He passed away,
Hmm.
and they were like, well, who else is going to win Best Actor? He's nominated. What other way to, honor his legacy, honor his life than give him the award? He's a great actor, and so that's why someone like Daniel Kaluuya was bumped down to Best Supporting Actor, even though he was the star and the lead actor in his movie and
The lead role.
the lead role. But for some
Hmm.
reason, him and Lakeith Stanfield both are competing for the same Supporting Actor award. So I don't know how
Yeah.
a movie can have two supporting actors, like when one of them
Yeah.
is the lead. So people were saying
Hmm.
Daniel Kaluuya was nominated for that because they also wanted to award him with something, and they can't do two um, Best Actor
Two
awards.
winners for the award. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, okay,
Which
so
sucks.
Daniel Kaluuya he wins his Best Supporting Actor, which was,
And
I
also,
mean,
sorry,
yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead about. Okay, I was just gonna say, and not only that, they also move the award, like when they assign the award, because in case you guys don't watch the Oscars, they usually award best film, best picture last,
Yeah,
and they actually moved best picture from the last award to like one of the second to last ones and put best lead actor, the award that
yeah,
Chadwick Boseman was nominated for, as the last award. So again, signaling, okay, like
they're
we're getting a
hyping it
Chadwick
up.
Boseman tribute.
Yeah,
Yeah, like why else would you move the award under this
I
specific,
also don't agree
on a
with
year?
the rearranging of awards either.
Yeah, me neither.
Best
Yeah.
Picture was like one of the first few awards, and I'm like, what? Like that's the whole. I wait the whole show to figure out who wins the Best Picture.
Yeah.
I think that's them trying to retain viewership or something like that. Like get the big if the
Yeah.
big awards are in the beginning, more people will watch. Clearly that didn't work. They had the lowest numbers ever.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah. Anyway, so obviously they're hyping up Best Actor award the most, and we get
Yeah.
there, and it goes to what's the guy's name? I can't
Anthony
remember. Anthony
Hopkins
Hopkins
from
in
The
The
Father.
Father, and he wasn't even there, and so we're like, he wasn't even there to claim the award, and then you do this tribute to Chadwick Boseman with I don't know if you saw this other thing where everyone who attended, all the nominees who attended the Oscars, got a gift bag that had like a copy of like an NFT art piece of a 3D render of Chadwick Boseman,
Oof.
and I was like,
Wow.
"What?" I'm
Wow,
like,
man.
like if you guys, we talked about
Wow.
NFTs before, but I do not f with the NFTs. I
Mm.
think that they are kind of a scam, and NFTs
Bad for the
are
environment
okay. So
as
a
well.
quick
Yeah,
rundown on
go
what
ahead.
NFTs are. They're non-fundable. They you don't need to know what it stands for. Basically, people upload art to to a website. That art has a specific value that people bid on to have the original version of that art.
Hmm.
Yeah, Alana said Abel did an NFT with he uploaded not
It
the
was like a song and some art.
yeah, a song and some like graphic art and stuff like that on and
Hmm.
as an NFT so that people can bid on it in an auction and people make like a shit ton of money. Um, there's no point to it. It literally does not matter. It's just for rich people to like flex how rich they are. And so
Yeah,
the fact
yeah,
that they used an NFT, like they basically gave everyone a little bit of Dogecoin, a little bit of Bitcoin, but that
yeah.
Bitcoin was a little bit of Chadwick Boseman. So they like,
Or yeah,
yeah, they like commodified Chadwick Boseman's like entire aura, like it's just like who he is. It was just really
yeah.
weird. It was really really weird. And
Hmm.
then that on top of the fact that he didn't even win Best Actor, I was like, bruh.
Yeah, is he? Are those the people that need to, you know, obtain a tribute to Chadwick Boseman? Are the people that are in attendance, or is it the people who watch the movies and are watching at home, like
Yeah,
the viewers at home that actually want to see that, like for example, wanted to see Chadwick Boseman win, and and look, if you're not going to give him the win, then why move him? That's the big question for me. Is not
yeah,
because people win all the time when they shouldn't have,
right.
but and not to say that Anthony Hopkins shouldn't have, because he's what I hear, that movie's pretty good, and Anthony Hopkins is a boss. But my thing is, why move the award to the last
Mm-hmm.
when you're not even going to award the guy that people are
Right,
it would lead you to believe that that person's winning, and you're not even going to award him
right.
so it's like Mac Miller with the Grammys, if you guys remember.
I was just about to bring that
um
up. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, in case you guys don't remember, he came out with an album Circles posthumously. His team put it out, and it was nominated for a Grammy. Invited the family over just to have him lose to Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy. Um,
Just like the worst. Just the worst.
yeah, and that moment was really bad because I think Cardi B beat Pusha
Astro
T's
World.
Daytona, Astroworld, Mac Miller, Nipsey Hussle, another
Yeah.
a rapper who we lost in that year, and uh, yeah. So
Whew. Award shows don't mean shit, but
yeah, except
you guys know what we're talking, what we're about
yeah,
to
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
But
You got it. You got
yeah, that was super weird. Going back to the Chadwick Boseman thing. I mean,
it. Mm-hmm.
that was probably the biggest controversy of the night. Just how they handled
Yeah.
that, super weird. I feel like, I don't know. The Oscars really, I thought they were playing it safe this year with these very mediocre noms. Not that they're very mediocre as a film, but like
Mm-hmm.
if you, there's some great movies nominated. But if you think back to like last year or the year before, they were like very controversial, like The Shape of Water. Everyone's like, why is everyone? It was like these crazy
Yeah.
nom, or like the Moonlight and La La Land thing. There was always like
Mm-hmm.
some big controversy in terms
Yeah.
of that. But I really
You,
thought that there weren't going to be that much competition. But then all of a sudden, the main controversy is obviously how they treated our guy Chadwick, which was
yeah.
sad. Black Panther, man.
Still can't believe he's gone. Him and Kobe, man, are the two people. Every time I see a picture of him, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
you guys are not here. Damn, crazy. Damn. What was the thing I wanted to say? It's all right. I lost it. I'll scream it out if I remember it. But I think that's kind of it for the Oscars. Unless you have anything else you wanted to. Oh, sorry. There's one last thing on the Oscars, and then we'll transition into albums that would make great movies, guys. Definitely tune around for that. The edited video is going to be really fun. I'm just going to edit the trailers into
Yeah.
whatever in the background of whatever we're saying. But so keep an eye on for that. But my last question is, which one was worse, the La La Land Moonlight scandal thing, or this thing, the Chadwick Boseman Best Leading Actor debacle? Both ended their respective nights on really weird tones,
Yeah.
for their respective award shows. What would you, Matt? Obviously, chat. We're always looking for your opinions on stuff. Which one was worse to you?
Probably the Chadwick Boseman thing because at the end
Yeah.
of the day, Moonlight still won. They
Mm-hmm.
had just it was just kind of awkward, but
Mm-hmm.
the whole Chadwick Boseman thing, I was like, just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So I'd probably
Yeah.
say that is worse. I'm glad that Moonlight won. When it did, I just knew it was gonna win because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, if the Academy doesn't make this the best picture of the year, like,
It's rigged.
where is their head? Especially when La La Land won like 9 awards that night or something.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think uh, I think the Chadwick Boseman fumble that night was probably the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely agree because that was, whew, they were literally rearranged the whole show for
Yeah.
a tribute that was never gonna happen. That's crazy to me. That's how does um how does that happen? As a producer for like you know for the Oscars, the Academy Awards, how do you let that happen? Does no one know the results? Like no one, like not even the producer. Like I feel like if you're going to rearrange a show to pay tribute to someone who's nominated with the, you know, with the assumption that they won, you
Hmm.
should probably check if they won first.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents, but
They actually it's a very comprehensive process of choosing the Oscar winners. That's a whole other thing. But it's like
mm,
very few people know um the
mm,
winners. Like
mm.
literally the envelopes are like they travel from location in like a locked briefcase.
Wow.
Like it's like serious. Yeah, no.
Yeah, damn.
But yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, so um that's it on the Oscars. Let us know what you guys thought of that, obviously. But hold on. Hoodie Boy says really awkward when knowing that Ryan Gosling gave the host Jimmy Kimmel a Best Award on his show. Um, hmm. I don't know what that's referring to, but I'll believe you. I'll take your word for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and transition into kind of a big topic, not a big topic. It's a segment that we wanted to do in honor of the Oscars coming out, obviously with the films, in honoring films. We wanted to talk about the albums that we feel like would make pretty good movies, really good movies, and we're almost gonna like pitch it to you guys. Um, because of yeah, this is just something that I feel like would be fun for you guys, fun for us. We're gonna discuss like the director, what directors we would like to see, maybe just the general direction of the film and any plot ideas and just any images that come to mind from the album that you feel like could translate into film. Like I said, the edited version is going to be pretty dope,
Hmm.
so keep an eye out for that. um and yeah, so if would you like to start us off with a
Sure.
with an album? All
Yeah.
right.
So, uh, I like this prompt a lot, like albums that would make good movies, because oftentimes that's like when I'm listening to a really good album, I kind of like picture like a movie almost. Like I kind of visualize like what would go with the songs that
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to. That's why
Yeah.
I love doing like those video tributes to like different Frank Ocean songs and stuff like that, because they just all
Mm-hmm.
feel like a movie. And speaking of Frank Ocean, I feel like
I see how you did
Blonde,
that.
yeah, I feel like Blonde would be an incredible movie if it was adapted from the album to like a screenplay and like kept the same style and storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see a lot of correlation between, like we mentioned before, with Moonlight, Blonde and Moonlight being very similar in their storytelling
Mm-hmm.
style. Moonlight being kind of like 3 chapters, little like vignettes into someone's life,
Yeah.
where like Blonde is like every song is like a moment in time. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I feel like Barry Jenkins, the director of Moonlight, would do something incredible directing Blonde the movie, Boys Don't Cry the movie. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, dude. And I could
Yeah.
imagine the poster would be iconic. It had like Frank Ocean doing this face, and then like, like the color scheme would be that like pink and beige, color scheme that I see on the blonde era
Yeah,
a lot. Oh man,
dude.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, baller. I'm sorry to hear that. You're still getting spanked by your dad. Glad we can
I'm
shed some light into your life today.
I'm sorry. What? Wait, what happened? What happened?
Are you not reading the chat,
No, what happened?
bro? Yeah, baller is going through it, bro.
Oh shoot. Hold on. Where? Where? Let me look in the chat. I'm not. I don't see a message from ya baller.
Oh, it's okay. I saw
What
it.
do you say?
I saw it.
What do you say? Ah, I hate that we have to move on, but whatever you're going through, man, hope you're doing okay. Unless y'all are just
No, no, it's okay.
fooling me right now,
It's okay.
then fuck both of y'all. But
Damn, bro. It's okay.
hope you're okay, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, Blonde, the movie, that would be pretty sick. Moonlight, very similar themes of a kid kind of a coming of age and a coming out movie in one. And just the struggles of being a teenager and coming forth with your sexuality and stuff like that. Something that Barry Jenkins has already did a whole movie about. So I feel like Blonde the movie would be incredible. I don't know who'd play Frank though. Maybe Ashton.
Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher. No. Ashton Sanders. From Moonlight. He plays Black. The character name is Black. If you don't remember who he is, you guys can look him up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ashton Sanders would be kind of cool. Kind of similar vibe between them. But
who's the guy from Waves? I think I could also see him.
Yeah. His name is it always escapes me for some reason. Kelvin Harris Jr. would be good
Kelvin
too.
Harris Jr. He would be great.
But yeah, Blonde the movie. Somebody write that. Maybe I'll write it. But I see some other people also have some suggestions. To Pimp a Butterfly could be a movie. Absolutely.
That could be a whole film series, actually. The whole
that could be
because
that could be like a limited series. I could see that.
Yeah, because between I'm thinking because like To Pimp a Butterfly is kind of a continuation of like obviously there's like the political stuff that everyone knows about, but also it's like a continuation of the story from Good Kid, Mad City. Like at the end of Good Kid, Mad City, he's become this icon, and then To Pimp a Butterfly is how does he deal with being an icon, and if the shit hits the fan, are you still a fan? That whole thing.
Yeah.
And then into Damn, which is like it's about himself. It's
like
about
his own existential thoughts about life and stuff like that.
Yeah, like how do I save the world or whatever if I don't even know myself is like the whole point of Damn. So I feel like that would be a great like film series or like even like a limited series. Would be crazy. Like
I actually have this is in the vaults right now, but I have a screenplay that I wrote. It's like 15 pages, but it's all based off of the story of The Art of Peer Pressure off of Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah. Sent me this. I remember that. That was dope.
Yeah. Dope. I don't know if you got. I mean, that song alone is such a great story. But yeah, there's so much storytelling within all of Kendrick's albums. I could totally see someone adapting them in some way. But that would be crazy. That's a good rec. I think I saw Igor by Tyler the Creator can be a movie.
That'd be a good movie.
Definitely. I think that'd
be a heartbreaking movie.
Yeah, I think the music videos were very cinematic, like the sets and stuff like that. And Igor is such a character,
Yeah,
that would be cool.
One theory I liked, and I'm gonna transition into one of my own into this. So thank you, Grace. Starboy as a heist movie would be sick.
Yes. That would be dope.
I'm thinking of like False Alarm playing in the background as they're like, everyone get on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking it's like a mix of
it's like a Ocean's 11 and like Mission Impossible or something.
Yeah, something like that. It would be crazy. It would be some like super cool. And then like I would imagine Starboy has to be like the intro song, right? Like I could imagine like that.
Yeah, or kind of like
the very start of it.
Yeah, I could totally see like a mix between. I don't know if you've seen the film Fallen Angels. It's like a It's a foreign film. I forget if it's Japanese or Korean, but it's like
I need to check that out. Foreign Angels. Okay.
yeah, it's very much it's about kind of like this not a spy, but kind of like an assassin kind of person. And I can definitely see those two styles mixing well with like the Starboy, like the music from Starboy,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like pretty like everyone looks badass in it, but it's also like a
Oh,
cool movie. Um,
okay.
so yeah, I can
I'll
definitely
check
see
that out.
that Starboy, the
Yeah,
heist movie. That'd be sick.
that would be sick. But the movie that I have written down here is guessed it. It's the album that that we made a whole YouTube channel talking about After Hours, directed by the Safdie brothers. Absolutely.
Yo,
And here's my
Adam
ready.
Sandler as the Weekend.
I was gonna say, so I feel like Adam Sandler should make a cameo as Adam Sandler, the way
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
Weeknd came in as the Weeknd in Uncut Gems. But I feel like the Weeknd should be cast as the main character. That's
Okay.
I feel like it has to be.
Yeah.
And I picture that it's like this like Iron Man type thing where it's a fictional character and he's not the singer the Weeknd, but it's also self-aware where like Robert Downey Jr. You can tell that the whole comeback story and coming from
Yeah.
fighting your demons and coming back to your life, all that stuff from Iron Man was based off of Robert Downey Jr. That whole Burger King, going to Burger
Right.
King thing was obviously based off of RDJ.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like we could definitely take stories from the Weeknd and his like whole come up story, like his mom kicking him out and all that stuff. We
Yeah.
could we could definitely do some stuff there. I feel like there would it plays out exactly as the album plays out, which is just a testament to how cinematic the album is. Like imagine just like the very first scene, you walk in on the Weeknd like in a strip club like he is in Alone Again, like throwing money at strippers, and then you follow him and he has like a girlfriend or two of them, I guess,
Yeah.
if we're going by our theory on the After Hours storyline. There would 10,000% be scenes where with the different hairstyles, like
Oh yeah.
we with the different eras. Maybe again, he's not the Weeknd, but we're kind of aware that it's the Weeknd, so we would know. We would kind of get it, like, oh, that's a reference to his hair. Um,
I have a pitch for you, or I have a. This is someone I would pitch to play the Weekend if the Weekend
ooh,
wasn't playing himself.
okay, let me hear it.
All right. Watch. Okay. Look on the stream on your end. This is gonna be
Okay,
your reveal. I would say the Weekend could be played by the Weekday.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Hold on. The stream's a little behind, so give me a second here. Oh my god.
I don't know if you guys
That would be
saw like
amazing.
I don't know if you guys saw the comments about the way Trevor Noah looked at the Grammys, but everyone was saying like, "Is this the Weekday?"
Man, Trevor Noah, one of the greatest human beings on this planet. Uh, I would have problems trying to see him in like in the Weeknd's world, like just because like I'm used to seeing him with a smile on his face. He's delivering some jokes or whatever. To see him like I don't even know
No, I'm
doing the
not. I'm
stuff that
not
the
even.
Weeknd does.
I'm not serious. That's not a serious
Yeah. I know.
suggestion. No.
I know you're joking, but I was gonna segue into yeah, he should absolutely be cast as the Weeknd. With, that'd be hilarious. But yeah, I think After Hours would be crazy. With Faith, obviously, like that's as cinematic as it gets. It literally is. The outro is
Yeah.
literally a movie scene,
Yeah. Right.
in auditory form. Again, if that's a word. Um,
Trevor
I
looks
feel
like
like
my grandpa. Bro, yeah.
pretty cool, grandpa.
Yeah, baller is
It's
limited up
hilarious.
in the chat right now, bro.
I know you're going for
I
50 tonight.
appreciate, bro. I appreciate your comments here. Let me hold on. I gotta pin one of your comments.
Wait, I saw. Okay, to reference the thing that we were talking about earlier, that I felt like I was. Oh, that was that
Yeah,
was the
now you
chat
see
message.
it. Now you see it.
I didn't see that. What the man? I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I'm pinning that to the top of the chat so everyone can see that.
I'm gonna screenshot that. Matter of fact, give me a second.
Everyone pray for my boy, yeah, baller.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys have any offertory stuff you want us to pray for you for, just put it in the chat. We'll
I'll manifest for you guys.
yeah, we're always praying for you guys as a not I was gonna say downfall, but no, upfall.
I'm always praying on your guys' downfall. That's as long as I'm up.
Oh my god.
We get look at prayer hands in the chat. There you go. Everybody.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Yes, we should open a GoFundMe for you. Bro, that's all you, bro. That's your dad.
Let me get a change.org.
Change.org. Yeah. But yeah, the After Hours would absolutely be a pretty chaotic, anxiety-ridden film.
Yeah.
The end, obviously, with Until I Bleed Out, like
That'd be crazy.
it would be kind of a slower version of the end of Uncut Gems, whereas it was just like a sudden gunshot. Spoilers alert. Well, I didn't say specifically what, so we're good.
We're good.
But it would just be a slower version of that. Vince Logan lost his last dollar today, man.
Bruh. Gotta get your money up.
Damn. But yeah, do you have another one you want to bring up?
Yeah. Okay. My next pitch for you guys.
Okay.
The album Titanic Rising by Ways Blood.
Yes.
Pitched, directed by Greta Gerwig, the director of
Okay.
Lady Bird.
Yes.
And Pretty Woman.
Little Women.
Yeah. As like a coming of age, period piece, like journey type story, starring a younger woman going through life, achieving some goal, but having to journey through different places to get there. Basically, very vague, but I feel like Titanic Rising that's where my mind goes, where I feel like I'm in a movie going through this insane journey. The highs and lows of that album really like bring you, it's almost like structured like a film where it's like you build and then there's the climax and then the falling action and then the conclusion. So it's like kind of formatted perfectly to be adapted as a film, and I think it could be insane. I think it could be even have like some not surrealist but more like mystical aspects to it, kind of. I don't know,
like metaphorical type stuff.
but even like not sci-fi, but just what is that called when it's like Lord of the Rings or whatever, where there's like creatures and stuff. I don't know,
like
fantasy.
Fantasy,
Yeah, like kind of a fantasy, not like Lord of the Rings, but you know what I mean, where there's like fantastical elements to it. I think that'd be kind of dope.
I think of like Atlanta, like how it's sort of surreal.
Yeah,
it's a surreal world, but it feels like our world, but it's just like weird things happen every now and then.
Yeah,
and it's like totally normal. Like people are just like, oh, okay,
right.
Yeah. By the way, that's an album I just listened to.
What are your thoughts on? You just listened to it since you talked about it last week.
In case you guys don't know, we did a game night stream and we tiered like a bunch of our like Matt and I's favorite albums, and he brought up Titanic Rising. It's an album that I didn't listen to prior to us doing that video. Heard it this past weekend. Wow, I was missing out. Like,
bruh.
So, it really is its own world and its own tone, and I like what you said about it's like it's the modern day Fleetwood Mac, obviously in the best way, and best as a compliment for sure. Man, that album was really good. I think Grace said that Movies is like one of the greatest songs ever, and I would definitely agree. That song is like a whole experience. I would absolutely also recommend it. To anyone who hasn't listened to it as well, definitely go check it out. Check out the music video. Which music video was that with the water?
I think it's probably Movies or Titanic Rising, like the name of the track,
the titular track,
the name of the album. Yeah, that's crazy. I think we talked about that in our like video we did about like best album covers. I talked about that, how they did that album cover. But yeah, I feel like I just want to see that movie made, because I mean it's so cinematic, and like the album cover is so cinematic. I might do it myself. So
One question I wanted to ask for all the movies that we're talking about is how would you incorporate the music of the album into the movie? Um,
mm,
so After Hours, obviously, it would just be it's the plot of the album, literally, like
yeah,
almost word for word. Maybe you have some not word for word, but almost like scene for scene, and maybe you have like some of the soundtracks playing in the background. But yeah, how about for like Titanic Rising? I could easily see that in the background of scenes as well.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, as someone like running through a field or something,
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah, that's my
Yeah,
pitch for Titanic Rising, the movie, directed
that
by
would be
Greta
a great
Gerwig.
one. I'd buy it. I'd buy it for sure. Um, I won't buy it because I don't have any money. But okay, so this next one I got coming up is one that's it's an interesting case, right? Because Childish Gambino is and he's everything. He's literally like the modern day Renaissance man. Like he does everything and does it well, whether it be stand up,
Yeah,
screenwriting, acting, singing, rapping. He does it all.
right.
Um, and because of that, and the album I'm talking about specifically is because of the internet. But the thing is,
Oh,
because the internet isn't an album as much as it is like a whole like
it's a
world.
moment.
Yeah, it's a moment consisting of like videos. Like in case you guys haven't seen it, there's like a prologue movie YouTube thing
Yeah, like a
called
short.
clapping for the wrong reasons, that you're supposed to watch before you listen to the album. It gives you like some context, and then as you're listening to because the internet the album, there's also like the screenplay that you're also supposed to read along with the album, that kind of deals with the character, the boy that we
Yeah,
see throughout the album, and you actually get to see like the context of the scenes it would be played in at some points, like like obviously you can tell by the track list that it's supposed to be set to some scenes like fooling around before the party and then the party,
right,
all that
right.
stuff, and Roscoe's sweatsuit is another thing, and just as a side note, Dissect has like the most in-depth breakdowns to everything ever,
Yeah.
so go check his breakdown of the BTI era. He goes into every single aspect of it. But yeah, I feel like because the internet would be a really cool. It would transition easily. I mean, the screenplay is already written. You guys can literally go read it right now. I feel like it'd be pretty cool to
Damn, I gotta hop
check
on
it out
that,
in
bro.
film form.
I gotta
Yeah,
hop on
yeah,
that. That's crazy. I think that'd be because the internet would be awesome. I think already with like the short film that came out prior, the like clapping with no hands, um already it's like it set itself up to be a more narrative based album. And I think the
yeah,
concept of the album itself is really interesting too.
yeah.
Um
Very inspired. Yeah,
yeah, definitely. And I think that'd be dope. I think Charles Gambino can play a great Donald Glover. So like
that's what I hear. He
yeah,
he looks exactly like him.
they're very
I would be.
similar.
Yeah,
But um but yeah, I think that'd be cool. I feel like honestly, you could take everyone who is in the Clapping No Hands video and
or
just cast
yeah.
them
Uh huh.
in in the film. Chance the Rapper, the random like women in there, all his other
Yeah.
buddies. Like, I feel like it could be cool. Yeah, ball. Oh, okay, Hoodie
Bro.
Boy, peace out. Thanks for
Yeah, man.
stopping by.
As always, thank you, man.
I'm gonna.
Um,
This is a new pin comment, bro.
oh, I laughed. Is it that I laughed when Abel got arrested in 20? He
No, no.
punched a cop in the face. Yeah.
That Chauvin pack,
Fuck
bro.
12.
Smoking that Chauvin pack.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir. Yeah. The only thing though with this one is that I feel like he's kind of already made because the internet, or not. He hasn't made because of the internet the movie, but he's kind of made stuff along that realm that the movie would be, with Atlanta, in
mhm.
terms of like if when you read the screenplay, um, it's this very realistic world, and then all of a sudden weird stuff happens, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, again, I literally just referenced it before. It's Atlanta, or it is not like exactly Atlanta, but you guys know what I mean, right? It's like
Yeah.
kind of the creative energy, the same creative energy that would have gone to a Because the Internet movie went into Atlanta. Really happy with what we got with that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yeah. So also Kitchen Boys are leaving us, man. Thank you
Go do
for
your
stopping
homework.
by.
Go do your homework, kitchen boy.
Yeah, man, I got to do some homework after this stream as well. I'm wearing this shirt because I want to be on vacation, but
Right.
I'm not. Um, so yeah, I got one more in the chamber. Do you have another one,
I
or do you
do.
want me to?
It's
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
go ahead.
surprise. Well, not a
Yeah,
surprise, but I didn't put it down on our shared
cool,
document.
man. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool,
Um,
cool, cool, cool.
but
Give it to me.
my last pitch for you guys. This one is
Mm.
gonna be more experimental. This one's gonna be more dark, more of
Oh,
a noir esque, more like its own within its own realm, kind of a genre bending film.
so
And
blame it on Baby the movie.
no, Bad
Oh,
Habits by Nav the movie. Uh,
ah, that's
yeah,
the movie we're waiting for.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yes. But I got it. Okay. All right. See you later, baller. Catch you in the next
Yeah.
stream. You better show up next week. Um,
Oh,
but yeah,
or we're gonna be there,
yeah,
and
we're gonna beat your ass instead of your dad next time if you're not gonna show up next week. So, but anyway, I'm pitching Yeezus the movie.
ooh, okay.
Okay,
So with Kanye West, his
with Kanye West.
albums are they lend themselves to movies pretty
Yeah,
well, I'd say. Why specifically Jesus?
I think uh, of all of his albums, Yeezus I feel like is the most mysterious, the album that estranged the most people. And I feel like
Okay.
it's such an interesting moment like in his life when that album came out. It's like literally the height of his career and it's all about him feeling like a god. And
Mm-hmm.
so it would be a more dark, a more like kind of twisted, or more experimental style, directed by Ryan Coogler. Um,
Wow, that's a good.
that's
He's a
my
great pickup.
pitch. Yeah, I think he
Okay.
would do great at, depicting that because he proved himself to be able to uh, direct very two different films. One being Fruitvale Station, which is very much grounded in reality, an incredible movie,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
something that like is very relatable, a very human. It's about basically like the about how we treat each other as humans is basically like what that movie's about and the injustices and stuff like that. And then you
Yeah.
switch, and then he's also directed Black Panther, which is obviously a
Yeah.
Marvel movie, so it's very much like otherworldly, way more grand in its scope. So I feel like those two skills and like going into from the perspective of like combining those two things could
Mm.
be really cool and could make Yeezus the movie kind of portray in my mind how it's supposed to be, where it's like about a humble man who's kind of risen to power and all of a sudden
Mm.
feels like he's on top of the world and feels like he's literally uh like like not from this universe, that he's a god. And so I feel like
Yeah.
showing that would be super interesting, and Ryan Coogler kind of has so far. So that's my pitch.
Mm-hmm. The first thing,
I don't know who'd play Kanye though.
yeah, who would play Kanye? I mean, I like. Okay, so I know I've referenced this movie before, but with Waves, I like Sterling K. Brown.
Mm.
As maybe Kanye. He's a little too buff, I think. But if we're going to go with like this is like an exaggerated um version of Kanye, like this is what Kanye in his mind thinks he is. Like he um and I don't mean that as a diss at all, but like yeah, if like Kanye is like this god, he has to have the body of a god and like just cool, super jacked. I think Sterling K. Brown would be a really cool
Yeah,
version of that.
I
He could
think
play.
I
He's
think
very expressive as well.
it would be
But yeah,
like kind of like in Moonlight, where it's like three different actors play the same person,
oh, I like that as
where
well.
it'd be like the I don't know, the like college dropout,
Mm-hmm.
pink polo wearing Kanye, and then all of a sudden we get to like Michael B. Jordan at like the height of the Yeezus era, where he's just like jacked.
Oh,
And you know what I
okay.
mean?
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's
Yeah.
like very experimental, where it's like the same person, different people playing the same person.
And is it like, so is it kind of like an biograph type
No, it'd be
thing,
like a
or is it
narrative, like original story, loosely adapted from Yeezus in the same like
okay?
realm and style. I think Yeezus is very like stripped back and like
Mm-hmm.
industrial and
Yeah.
very like I don't know. It's like in your face a lot, and
Yeah.
so something along those lines would be pretty cool.
I think that'd be crazy. Yeah, that'd be dope. I think a Yeezus movie, like I don't know, yeah, I picture like with that album, I picture like wars and like so I think like all of a sudden if there's just like a hallucination scene where it's
Yeah,
like fighting a war and Kanye is like the god leading the fight or whatever,
yeah,
that'd be dope. I feel
like
like I could see
Greek
stuff like
mythology or something.
yeah, like the imagery I think would be incredible,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, that'd be dope. All right, so the last one I got in the chamber for you guys has actually been mentioned by our guy Vince Logan. So
Oh,
or and Curry, sorry, Curry said it first, but Astroworld is the next movie that I got by
yes.
Travis Scott, obviously. And look, I know Christopher Nolan would be, the best version of this film, right? The best version.
Yo.
Very cinematic. It would be very he'd be able to like kind of make the world very believable, almost to the point where it's boring. And then when weird shit starts happening, no one is better
Yeah.
at putting complex conceptual stuff into film other than Chris Nolan in the modern day. But I think my personal favorite version of this film would be willing to play with the the tropes of film and like play with the editing style of it,
Mm-hmm.
really capture the rhythm of the album, especially with something as specific as like Travis Scott, and even actually incorporate the sounds from Astroworld. So I have a different pick for director for who to direct that film.
Okay.
It's a little weird. It's a little film twittery, and it's a little. Stick with me, guys. Edgar Wright would be my pick for a Travis Scott
Whoa.
movie because I think that a
Yes.
Astroworld movie would shift from being this like super, awe-inspiring, like you're seeing shots of like of space, you're just like, wow, this is crazy, and then all of a sudden it's just chaotic,
I can
like
see it.
here, let me put up I actually have a scene here.
I can see it though. Like Edgar Wright, he cuts to music a lot. Like music is a huge part of the
Yes,
rhythm of the editing style, like you mentioned. Um,
yeah.
and I could definitely
If you
see
guys,
him doing that.
yeah, if you guys haven't seen the one of my favorite movies that he's ever made, Baby Driver,
Mm-hmm.
it's literally incorporated hold on, sorry, I'm just writing this in the chat uh for the action bits. Okay, cool. So in case you guys haven't seen one of my favorite movies of all time, Baby Driver, literally the entire movie is like coordinated to music,
Yeah,
and I know it sounds like a gimmick, but it really works in a really unique written way. um there's a bunch of little details that I always find in that movie every time I
yeah.
watch it. I sent in the chat like the tequila scene. It's a spoiler free scene. It really has nothing to do with the main story, but it's still a really cool scene to be able to check out and see kind of how he coordinated it to the music. There's another scene I'll send here that showcases kind of like how he like kind of like how he changes like editing.
Yeah.
He acts like differently to the music. Like I'm thinking of like Hot Fuzz,
Hot Fuzz.
like
Yeah.
how he
Dawn of the Dead or Shaun of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, Shaun
And
of the Dead. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No, that'd be sick. I can definitely see that. He's done like stories around like very otherworldly type of scenarios, especially like This Is the End and stuff like that.
yeah,
But
dude.
he's also really funny, like with
Mm-hmm.
his and quirky with his editing style. Which, if you guys have seen like all of Travis Scott's like commercials or like promos that he puts out for his products are all
Pretty
usually
fun.
like kind of funny and like
Yeah.
have like weird aspects to them. Like he doesn't take himself too seriously. Like he has a lot of
Hmm.
fun, and I think Edgar Wright does the same thing. So that's a perfect pick in my book. I feel like
Yeah.
they those two would get along.
Yeah. Just picture like because Edgar Wright would absolutely use sounds from
Yeah.
the album, and he sorry, I just sent like a different version. I just realized that I forgot to put the last letter into the link, but I just repasted that for you guys. But uh, he would absolutely put sounds from the actual Astroworld album into the movie. Like for example, I'm just thinking of like Grace says, those beat switches from Sicko Mode, like that
Yeah.
boom, boom. He would absolutely coordinate that to some punches or the fuck the club up stuff from No Bystanders, like
Dude, I
that
could
during a
see
scene
it.
where stuff's going down, like a riot or something, or
I can see the
the
story being like we have to save Astroworld or something, you know, like
yeah, yeah, oh my god, dude. The dun 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 dun
yeah,
from
yeah.
5% tint. Ah,
The villain
I,
comes in. Yeah.
yes. Oh god, dude. Okay, yeah. So Edgar Wright, if you're watching this somehow, if this gets to you, go to Travis Scott and tell him you're making an Astroworld movie.
Yeah,
And
before we pitch it first.
yeah, I would really love to see this as like my dream movie. In general, like Astroworld is like the album that I could easily picture a movie for. I like I remember like I actually like started writing some stuff like for like an Astroworld movie. So maybe we might
Oh, really?
have to pick that up and
All
and
right.
pitch it to Travis Scott and Edgar Wright.
Hey,
So
man. Never know.
you heard it here first. So
But yeah, was that your last? Was that your last pitch?
yeah, that was my last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice. Nice.
yeah, so let us know which movies you guys would want to pick up if you guys were a producer,
Right.
and if it seemed like we just picked the obvious ones, well actually no, Titanic Rising is one that I wasn't expecting, um but yeah, if it seemed like we picked some obvious ones, well, you'd be right, because this is our first time talking about this. But if you want to see another like edition of this, like
Yeah.
if you guys have any suggestions, and we can kind of go into them real quick.
The slow
um
rush, definitely.
the slow rush would be dope, as Vince Logan says.
Right.
Yeah, we'd love to maybe talk about this again. I think this was like a fun topic we can get to. We can like bring around a couple times. So yeah, yeah.
Dope.
Curry says you guys got to pitch these to movie studios.
Hey, man. I will at one point. When I do the right project, I'll pitch something. Based
like
off
it,
of an
man.
album, but I'll pitch something.
Man, I'd love to see it, man. Man.
Damn.
So yeah, that's kind of the show we have lined up for you guys. I think we're just hanging out for these next couple minutes like we always do, just talking to you guys. Beauty Behind a Madness would be a really interesting movie as well. That would be who would I think to direct something like that? It would be like it would be pretty hard. It would be one of those like dramedies, I feel like, or more drama than comedy, but there'd be some
It would
levity
just
there.
be 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. That series had some really good soundtrack songs, like "Love Me Like You Do,"
That's
Ellie
true.
Goulding, "Earned It." Some pretty good songs in there.
But yeah. But if anything, that about does it for this show, though. We talked about a lot of stuff. We had some awesome interaction with a ton of you guys in the comments. Really, I always get
Yeah.
so surprised when chat just starts
Me
blowing
too.
up. So that was super
know.
dope to see. Thank you
I
guys.
just get surprised. I was
Sorry.
gonna say I just get surprised in general when people show up. Period.
Dude, honestly, yeah. But
Yeah,
I
thank you guys.
appreciate all the new viewers in the chat. Super grateful for you guys to come through. Glad you're here with us again. We are every week, every Tuesday, 4:30, 5 o'clock. Around that time is when we go live.
Yeah.
And yeah, be sure to come back next week. We do this every week, so always have interesting topics to talk about. And these videos often, or these live streams often turns into our regular videos on our channel. So Always glad. It's more fun for us to interact with you guys when we're doing this compared to interacting with no one. So
Yeah, I remember because we're actually coming up on the 3-year anniversary of this podcast, believe it or not.
oh, we got to do
May-
something.
Yeah, for sure, man. May 16th. When is that? Does that
That's-
fall on a stream day?
Let's see. If it does, that'd be kind of crazy.
Wow. Okay, no, it's a couple days off. It's on
It's
a
okay.
Sunday, but
We'll
hey,
still
we will
celebrate.
still celebrate it. Yeah, on the 18th, we will be celebrating our anniversary. But our first couple recordings, like it was, I remember the Scorpion review. Should I save the story for? We can do a little like kind of like a recounting, like
Yeah.
how
Back
the
in
podcast
the history of Our Thoughts podcast.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of people that maybe just came here like, literally like a month ago or a year ago.
Yeah.
And we've actually been potting for 3 years. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll save the stories for then. Vince Logan says you got to finish a damn analysis. Okay, so no, I'm not gonna talk about that right now. We're not gonna talk about that, but we'll just say
There's something to say about it,
yes,
but we're not gonna
there
say
is
it
something
yet.
to say. It's in the vault. That I will say that it's in the Our Thoughts vault, and we'll just leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah.
So-
but I would say unless you have anything else, I feel like that about does it.
Do I have anything else? How would you do in a battle of the mats? Because I was thinking of the battle of the Joshes. How would you do in the battle of the mats?
Which ones?
Like if you took all the mats in the world,
Oh.
like
I'd
how they
probably
did in the
lose.
battle of the Josh. Do you think you'd where do you think you'd end up? Like
Probably in the middle.
tier-wise is in the middle?
I mean, there's Matthew McConaughey. That's like the top tier.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, you're not losing. to
Matthew
him.
Williams. You know, are we
Yeah,
gonna see
okay.
the intern anytime soon? Maybe next week.
Maybe. We'll okay. Full disclosure, we have been considering having an Our Thoughts rap battle. Matt and I have talked about it. Maybe you might see the intern then, for sure. Maybe he'll be like moderating the whole thing. Or
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Well, I'll find a way to get the intern in here somehow. He's been doing okay. He's been doing all right.
He's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah. That about does it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by for these few hours with us. Be sure to tune in next week for the next rendition of Our Thoughts Live. If you're new here, appreciate you. Expect to see you here next week. I will be taking
Yes.
attendance. But yeah, that about does it. I appreciate every single one of you guys who would come through and said something in the chat. It honestly makes this worthwhile to sit here and bullshit for 2 hours with a couple of with like 30 random people we don't know. But that's what makes it fun. Chesco's one truly down. I think it's time to log off before he starts whiling.
To my ex.
Okay, time to. Okay. Yeah, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna cut that off before it gets a little messy. But
Yeah, all right. Good idea. Bye, guys.
peace out.